Good morning, everyone. It's Library Lady here again in Craigsville on our third snow day. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're staying warm and drinking lots of hot chocolate, making lots of cool snowmen and throwing those snowballs. By the way, we are still here at the library. The library is open. If you want to get out and come and get a book, we're here. And the books are waiting. Today, I want to share with you, we are definitely human. It was midnight when something crashed outside Mr. and Mrs. Lee's house. The crash was so loud, it immediately woke Mr. Lee. "What was that?" he shouted. Mrs. Lee, however, was sound asleep and snoring very loudly. Mr. Lee shined a flashlight into the dark night. There was whispering and rustling in the trees. "Who's there?" he yelled. And then 3 strangers appeared. Their eyes were very big, their skin was very blue, and their shape was very hard to describe. "Hello," said the short one. "We are definitely human." There was a long pause as Mr. Lee stared at the strangers, and the strangers stared back. "Okay, if y'all say so," Mr. Lee finally replied. "But what are y'all doing here?" "Our car broke down, and we need materials to fix it," said the tall one. "It's past midnight. There are no stores open now," Mr. Lee replied. Disappointed, the 3 strangers turned to walk back into the dark night. But Mr. Lee was a kind human, and he did what kind humans do. He offered to help. "Now, wait a minute," he said. "Y'all can sleep in my house tonight, and we can go to the store tomorrow and get what you need." The strangers were surprised by this kindness, but they happily accepted. The next morning, Mrs. Lee was surprised when she found 3 unexpected guests in her home. Mrs. Lee found them somewhat odd. "Now, where are y'all from?" she asked. "We are from Europe," said the tall one. "Oh, okay," said Mrs. Lee. "And what do y'all do in Europe?" "I make business," said the short one. "I play sports ball," said the tall one. "I wear hat," said the one wearing the hat. After breakfast, Mr. Lee drove his guests to the store as promised. The people in the store thought there was something unique about the 3 visitors. "Hello, we are definitely human," announced the short one. "They're from Europe," Mr. Lee added. The people in the store were all kind humans, and they did what kind humans do. They offered to help the visitors fix their car. Some brought tools, others made food. One person turned on a radio, and before they knew it, a little party had started. There was dancing. "Why are we moving our bodies like this?" asked the tall one. "Because it's fun," replied Mrs. Lee. There was eating. "Food goes into the mouth," explained Mr. Lee. And there were interesting conversations. "Bark, bark," said the dogs. "That's very Interesting, replied the short one. Finally, the car was fixed, and it was time for the three visitors to leave. Everyone waved as their car floated higher and higher until it disappeared among the stars. The three visitors continued on their journey to faraway places. But wherever they went, they would remember kind humans and do what kind humans do: offer to help those in need. Yep, they are definitely not from Europe. And this book is dedicated to all the kind humans. So, your project today is to draw a picture of how you are a kind human. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to be kind.